And you are back on the Tortoise the Hare experience. You just heard the song Animal by our next guest, Mad Temple, which you can find at facebook.com/Mad Temple Rocks. But as always, we always like to start off the show with an experience. Max, go ahead and tell us your experience.
My experience. Yesterday, well, as many of our listeners know, I deal with a couple of health issues, which kind of suck. I don't really like talk about it too
One
much
of them
publicly.
being big boobs. That's
Yes,
definitely
that
a health
is
issue.
definitely. It's a disease. It is. Yes, over breasted.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah,
Epidemic.
And it's growing quickly. I'm gonna suffocate, I think. And the fatter I get, the bigger they get. It's terrible.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, thank you for the pity. But I went to the doctor yesterday, and I was, expecting it to, just deal with some little situation, and it turned into I had to have surgery, and that sucked. I was not a happy camper, being operated on yesterday, and the hardest part is that they can't put me under because I've been in comas before, so they just have to kind of just try to shoot me up with as much numbing stuff as possible. Mm-hmm. The only problem is the numbing stuff sucks so bad, and they have to do it 6 times for it to work. 6 times.
Right.
Huge needles like this long being stuck in me. Ow. Yeah.
You don't like long things stuck in you, is that the...
Well, no.
There's always the exception.
Right.
There's no comment there. Yeah, so that was my experience yesterday. Not fun.
Cool. I'll go with my experience. Okay, so I think it's still here, but there is a painting here at NoHo 2 Studio, which, by the way, if you go to NoHo 2 Studio, there's tons of artwork, tons of photos that you can buy, and we highly recommend that you come here and take a look. And if you like something, please feel free to buy it, because some of that money goes straight to the studio, and we always need to keep the lights on here at NoHo 2.
Right, and thanks to Mark Doty for always providing that for us.
Exactly. So one of the there's a painting or some art here, and it says, "Say what you feel." Okay, and I saw that, I want to say about 2 months ago, and I actually took that to heart, and I actually started to say what I felt. And I've been doing that a lot with girls lately, and you would think that saying what you felt and just being straight about everything would work on girls. It doesn't. It really creeps them out.
No, I don't want to know what you
it really
think
does.
or what you feel. Don't tell me that. tell me what I feel.
Well, so I've been dealing with that with I'm trying to just be a straightforward person and just say what I want to say, but it hasn't been working out so well.
Yeah, no, you have to have some sort of filter there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to learn how to filter myself, which is kind of sad, because I feel like why should we go about our lives filtering ourselves? Why can't we just be the people who we are and people accept that?
Well, people aren't nice normally. They're just not, really genuine good people. You on the other hand, would probably have something nice to say. You would try at least to no.
I don't
No,
think
not
so.
at all, right? You're just a
when
pig.
when I say things, it just comes out really creepy.
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't-
when you say it and you're like,
well, it's never like that. It's
yes, it is.
It's always
Trust
from
me,
a
that's
genuine
how it is.
place, and I don't know.
Yeah, genuine lust. It's genuine lust. That's
No,
what it is.
I really don't lust. I really,
What? He's a gentleman.
yeah,
Okay.
I like a lot.
Let me remind you, Sammy Phillips on the couch. Just let's go back to that footage, all right? Nice.
So that's kind of the experience that I've been going through, and I always say I'm always working on myself, and I'm trying to get myself right. Whatever right is. Who knows? I don't even know if I'll ever feel like I'm ever right.
Right as rain.
Right. So I've just been kind of dealing with that, and trying to figure it all out. So that's been my experience, guys. We share an experience. What experience have you guys been going through that you'd like to share?
responsibilities.
Remember, no one can hear you unless you got a microphone.
Just going over
Double mics, I love it.
my the experience of being overwhelmed. My mother just went into remission.
Yeah, God bless her.
My mom just beat cancer for now. So that feeling is very just overwhelming. And I was lost at words. So that's one of the experiences that I'm feeling now. And nothing can get me down, so it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a really
rough thing, for not only the person who is dealing with the cancer, but their families and their friends, and going through that experience with them. It's a really rough thing to deal
Definitely,
with.
all these guys know, everything has been like I feel now everybody could take the gloves off.
Mm-hmm.
So the gloves are off now. And we were just hanging out earlier, and everybody just being a jerk to me. So it's good. It feels good. It feels good to be back to normal.
They don't have to tiptoe around you anymore.
It feels good to be back to
your
normal.
mom's
Will we
all
stop
right.
being a jerk to you?
Well, kinda.
When
As
was
much.
that?
It only gets so much, But that's one about But everybody's got some crazy things going on with them.
Yeah, let's
It's
hear what's
pretty wild.
Killian, what's
Let's talk
happening
about
with you?
Loverboy over here.
Yeah,
Loverboy.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
We want to know. Come on.
No. One of the big things that I've been going through lately is my great grandmother, sweetest woman ever. She has raised 15 kids.
Holy cow.
Yeah. For
That's
those
sick.
of you who don't know, I'm half Hispanic, half Irish, but 15 kids. And
obviously Catholic.
I'm not Catholic.
But she is.
She's Catholic.
Yes.
I
See,
think
that's
she's
the
Catholic.
thing. If
No,
you're
no,
Catholic, you can't.
She's Christian, but 15 kids, and she got married at 15.
Wow.
Crazy. 5 of the kids weren't hers, and she was 15, taking care of 10-year-olds and things like that.
Wow.
But anyway, she's 94, and she just got back home. She went up north for a little while, and there's been kind of just little health issues, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it's so nice to have her back home. I went over there the other day and played some music for her, and it was funny because sometimes she kind of comes and goes, But I was leaving to go get my guitar. Everybody, and it was so funny. She said the funniest thing to me, and it makes me laugh because she must really think I'm a big deal, because she was just like, I knew you before you were anybody.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, Grandma,
cutest
come
thing.
on.
You're like,
She
so
has-
you're
She's
telling
like,
me is I was
"No,
nobody
son
when
of
you
a-"
still
Yeah,
knew
exactly,
me? Like,
exactly. So I've always been nobody. But yeah,
Until now.
sweetest
now
woman.
now you're somebody, so it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. We're all
Aw.
somebody.
Exactly.
What about you, RJ?
Experience. I don't know. You might have to come back to me. I have to think of something.
No, you have to think right off the top of your head. What's happening in your life?
You guys know me.
Dude, Loverboy too.
No,
Loverboy.
no comment.
Man, all of you guys and the love.
Oh well, I'm the only member of this band that is not a California boy. I'm born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. So it was interesting for me to move out here and jump into a band, because when I moved out here, I kind of wanted to be a hired gun. I didn't really want to do the whole band thing because I'd done it before, and it never really worked out, and I'd kind of given up hope on being in a band that could be successful. So I definitely started filling in with these guys because I played with Jeff on a gig before we did some tours together. So the old drummer ended up breaking his kneecap, so
Right,
they
I
needed a
remember
fill
that.
in. So I came and filled in.
Wasn't he also going through some spinal stuff as well?
No, that was me.
That was
Oh,
Jeff.
okay. That was Jeff. Okay.
But yeah, so I took up the challenge of playing for these guys, and then fast forward a couple months, and now I'm in a band, and I love every second of it, and I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be on the right track for success.
We're fun.
Oh yeah, I know for a fact these guys are fun.
Yeah.
They
So
are
good.
fun.
So I
And
guess
they're
my
fireballs.
My experience would be kind of changing my mind and doing something that I'd already kind of written off, but I'm glad I did it because it's great.
Nice.
Great. Did everyone want to share an experience? Jeff, did you share your experience yet?
I mean, I really don't have anything to bring to the table. I mean, if anything, besides working with these guys, I've kind of hit this wall, as every artist or musician hits every once in a while. You just can't break through it. I'm at that point where I feel like I can't write anything or compose anything musically, and I'm at that point where I'm like, I need to get out of this rut, and but it happens, to the best of us, But I mean, that's about it. I mean, there's nothing.
You look like and no disrespect to him, but you look like the good-looking Corey Feldman.
Oh, thank you. That's the first I've gotten. Assholes. I usually get Donnie Darko.
I can see that. I can see the Donnie Darko.
John Stamos for some reason. I don't.
Oh,
yeah.
John.
Yeah. Full House. Yeah.
Nice.
You're supposed to say "Have mercy," or was it "Lord mercy"? What
no. It was "Have mercy."
Have mercy.
Yeah, I used to date John back in the day.
So by date you mean bang, obviously.
No.
No.
Okay,
Yes.
maybe a little bit.
Yes. He's that good looking. I find him attractive. I hope.
Good looking guy.
Yeah. I hope when I'm that age, I am that good looking.
Yeah.
I don't even know what age he is, but
I've seen
He's a little
pictures
older
of
than
him
me.
recently. Dude, the guy looks like the same.
He does. Yeah. He's aged well, which is amazing because of the stuff he's put his body through. It's incredible.
So
we won't go there.
Yeah. So
in your experience.
My response. Well, my new experience is just old ghosts out to haunt me, in a sense.
We're talking about girls.
Well.
Yep. That's what I thought.
Girls and responsibilities, I would say, because in order for this thing to really work, and I'm saying really, really work, you have to go 110%. And talents will not lead you anywhere. It's got to be talents time hard work. Mm-hmm. And the hard work has to exceed your talents. So what I've been experiencing is just the feeling of I haven't worked as hard as I can. I guess those probably aren't the best words I could find, but that's the words I just found, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm at the place in my life where everybody better watch out, because I'm coming. I'm coming like a train. I'm coming like a train, and I'm coming with my gang, and my gang is Mad Temple, and that's it. That's my experience.
So that you haven't worked as hard as you will. That's how
well,
you
no,
should say
it's ironic because I always felt like I was working really hard. Like, oh yeah, I'm doing what I gotta do, and I'm executing these certain goals when I could be executing a lot more goals.
Right.
It's about coming out of your own shadow of like comfort. Escaping your shadow of comfort so that you could succeed in what you really, really want to do and what you're meant to do. And that's one thing I'm gonna do with my boys.
Yeah.
And
nice.
The world better watch out.
Preach.
Now, as I did mention before, it has been a year since we last seen you guys.
It's crazy.
On the show.
Yeah. Let's not let that happen.
I know.
Please. Please.
But it's good. It's good. Separation makes us grow fonder of each other.
It's true.
So we'll see you in 3 years. No.
Yeah.
Just
I'm gonna be like, who are you?
Yeah.
No.
Just kidding.
No, you can't forget us.
Just kidding.
No, we can't.
But last time we talked to you guys were going on a bit of a hiatus, as well as going into the studio, which was, I think it was like the Shut Up and Play studio.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah,
it does. We're kind of in the same. I mean, we're not in any way doing a hiatus, but a lot has happened since then. But we've got a new batch of songs, a lot of really cool material, and we're heading back in there. We're gonna start recording again and tracking, and maybe next year you'll ask us the same question and have the same answer.
So you're still going. So you're still going and working with Shut Up and Play, and you're working with the guy named George.
George, George, Ed, and Randy. Yeah.
What's your decision process to keep on going back working with this guy? Because I know like a lot of bands, they like to change it up, change up their sound and stuff.
Well, I mean, I feel like the sound changing really just happens in the writing. Mm-hmm. We're really happy with the production level that this studio brings for us. So I mean, of course, we're open to new ideas and different things, but why fix something that's not broke?
Right.
You know what I mean? But we are adventurous in that sense as well.
I've seen such a huge growth in your band. I've kept a very close eye on you. I try to come to as many shows that you have.
Thank you for that.
I want to be supportive. The bands that we have here on the Tortoise the Hare experience, we actually really like, or we try to like.
And if they're girls, I double like you.
Yeah, totally double likes Jamie Pillington.
Totally.
She's still single? I don't know if she ever really was, but according to Turtle, she's single.
Yeah.
But at your shows, it's really an experience. The crowd response to you is it's crazy. They adore you. Do you pay them, or what's happening? Why do they love you so much?
It's a really good question, because I mean we play in LA a lot. We play. We're trying to branch out. We just did Orange County about like a month ago, and we get on the stage and it's a pretty decent crowd. And we start playing, and out of nowhere there's like a guy jumping off the stage. There's like two guys like running into each other. It's insane. Like
we had a mosh pit.
Yeah, it was a total mosh pit, and like it was totally tame. It was totally tame in there before. And of course, the security guys just like, kind of looking at you like, dude, what are you? And that's like, I'm not encouraging them by any means, but I mean, if you want to have a good time. What were you saying?
Oh, they're just expressing themselves. I think one thing that we pride ourselves on as artists and as a team is that we want to bring as much energy as possible. And we've all played with, different groups and have watched different groups and seen how the lack of energy is just there. And I think that's one of the downfalls of rock music. And one thing that we're bringing as artists, one thing we're bringing as Mad Temple is that we're bringing as much energy as you've ever seen. Right. As much energy. I mean, if you look at us, I mean, how could you not rock out? If the band's rocking out and they're jumping up on stage and they're sweating more than sweat, they're sweating blood up there. I mean, you're going to want to do it too. You're going to want to do it too.
You want to be part of it.
Good energy, that's an infection. That's something that you want to be a part of too,
Right.
That's why I think they go crazy.
Yep. I know our bass player from Downtown Attraction has sat in with you a couple of times.
Yeah, Marco.
Yeah, Marco. And we're not happy about it. Just saying.
They're always trying to jack.
Why does he sound so good? Yeah. He sounds so good with you guys. It's like,
looks pretty good, sounds pretty good,
Yeah, and shout out to Downtown Attraction in the studio now with Mike.
No.
He doesn't know.
Oops.
But you guys do have such a love for Downtown Attraction. I was looking at your guys' Facebook, and even in your About section, you have the link to Downtown Attraction there.
It's brotherhood.
We have to, there's very few bands that we have like respect and love for that actually show us the same back.
And they threaten.
We love anybody who's willing to give us the same respect and love back. And unfortunately, we don't get that all the time. And we've gigged it with like all the rock bands in LA, and unfortunately, we don't get that same love. And
fortunately, I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. I like it.
I mean, I guess they say that you if people hate you, you're doing it right. Not everybody's gonna love you. Yeah. You're not gonna be able to please and get loved by everybody. So, I guess it's a good thing. But with
Not
the
only
few,
that, I mean, when we first started revamping the whole Mad Temple train, what was it, like a couple of years ago?
Yes.
It was more like, well, we got to find a band that's kind of like us, you know, that are actually really cool with each other. We can actually party with each other after the shows, and you know, those are the guys.
yeah, not
You
just
know,
say,
we're all
hey,
really
bro.
good friends. You know, we would do anything for each other. So whenever there's a gig, hey, yeah, we're all showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Do you
and we
guys
do.
live together?
No,
No, we.
no.
That is the plan.
That's why we're still a band.
That is the plan, though. That's the plan. That
Soon,
actually,
pretty
we're all
soon.
saving up to hopefully get like our own house.
Yeah.
We should be living down the street, hopefully by the end of the year.
Nice.
That's
yeah.
the
Well, this
plan.
is a great area.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love NoHo.
Yeah.
And if you are in the NoHo area and you want to come by and drop off donations of any kind over at NoHo 2 Studios, you can talk to Mark Doty or Denim Dan, the valedictorian of the studio here.
And might I add, just today I just made him a producer of the Tortoise The Hare experience.
Yes, congratulations.
Congrats, man.
Congratulations. I love that.
Sorry, man.
Very awesome. And also, you know, check out our website. On there are donation links. And for anybody who has donated in the past, we thank you.
And this is something actually new. Max created a Tortoise and Hare fan page on Facebook.
Actually, that was Mark Doty that created
Was that Mark Doty?
That was Mark Doty.
Oh, that was cool.
I'm just an administrator.
Me too. But it's
Yeah.
just like great. One more thing that I have to
Right?
like
Yeah.
administrate. But that was cool. But that has actually been like people are just drawn to that. People really like this show.
There's,
Go
you know,
figure.
We know what we're doing over here.
We do.
It's a good thing.
Totally a good thing.
So when you move into the neighborhood, you know, we'd be happy to show you around. I'm sure you already know every neighborhood because you're California boys, except for you.
Well, this guy's got a little.
I don't know, man.
got a little
He's
gar-
catching up. He
Yeah.
might be a little more California than all of us.
He's
now.
got a little garage down the street where he keeps his, his hideaway. He's got a little
Uh-oh.
studio, man.
Eating a lot of kale, so that makes me
Yeah,
super
there you
California,
go.
right?
Total California.
Yeah. Go over to Sun Cafe on Ventura Boulevard. That's where you're going to get the best kale shake in history.
Yeah.
I just had an amazing strawberry.
Denim.
Yeah,
No one can hear you,
strawberry.
Denim.
Yeah,
Unless
you
you're
got
next
to
to a
speak up over
microphone.
there. Sun Cafe. Sun Cafe. It's on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City.
Do they sell beer there?
You know, I'm gonna
Just
go
kidding.
with
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Actually,
Organic beer.
You know what?
Organic.
They
Kale
They
beer.
are moving. They're moving, and I believe that they do now have a wine and beer license. So,
Wow.
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
See how jokes can lead to.
Yeah, no, it's
Right.
probably organic. You know.
And you are back on the Tortoise and Hare experience. You just heard the song Changes by Mad Temple, which you can find at facebook.com/Mad Temple Rocks. And wanted to talk real quick about that song because the first time I heard it, I actually saw the photo shoot that you guys did, and that was the song that was playing underneath. So talk about the photo shoot, because I'm a photographer. And yeah, it was funny. I just had this conversation a couple days ago. I was talking with somebody that I shot, and they're like, "Oh man," they're like, "Your camera takes great photos," and that kind of pissed me off because then I had to correct them, and I said, "No, you don't understand." I was like, "The camera is just one part of it." I'm like, "It's the photographer that actually brings out the image, because if you're not comfortable with the photographer, then the camera is going to show that." So it seemed that you guys were very comfortable when you guys were being shot, and that's very important, I think, is to find the right photographer that you can be comfortable with.
The camera doesn't lie.
The camera does lie.
What?
All the time. Trust
know.
me, the camera can
Photoshop
lie.
lies. Programs
That's
lie.
right.
But when I see
Yeah.
some, I was like, "Is that me?" Whoa.
Yeah, no.
Actually, the man who shot that was our photographer Nathan Drake, and you could catch him. He's on Nathan Drake Photography at Facebook and all the social media sites. And yeah, he actually came in and he rocked it with us. It's hard to find someone where you feel comfortable with.
He actually shot our first photo shoot, right?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, which, I mean, I mean, I had only been in the band like a week or two.
Not even that. To be
Maybe,
honest with you,
and
can I say this?
yeah.
Well, when we had our first photo shoot, they didn't even know Killian. I was like, guys, this is our guy. Blah blah blah. We're gonna have a photo shoot this day. Everyone be there. And Killian walked in. What's up? What's up, guys? You know. Well, no, we didn't even.
We had just
rehearse,
played
dude.
one time.
Maybe one time.
And
Maybe, dude. I don't really remember, but I just remember everything was just new, and you know.
He's such a control freak.
When the train's rolling, you can't stop.
the chemistry was so weird because I mean we were supposed to be like buddy and hanging. I was like, I don't fucking know you, man. I don't even know if I like you. No, dude.
Which is why
So
they
the
don't live
camera
together.
does lie.
It's true.
Yeah.
A while ago.
Yeah,
About a year and a half ago.
Did you guys enjoy getting all gussied up for the photography shoot?
Yeah.
That was actually really weird. That was probably one of the first times I've ever gotten like makeup done on me, and like, oh god. Well, that's another thing. We won't talk about that.
It's a different kind of makeup.
But yeah, it was definitely an experience. I mean, that was something very new, at least to me, anyways. Something I've never done before.
Well, it was really cool because the makeup stays on even after the photo shoots. We all went out to the bar and
Yeah, we were looking good.
we were the prettiest looking band that whole night.
Well, you guys are pretty anyway.
We're
without
pretty,
the
yeah,
makeup.
but I mean, geez, we were flawless. Oh my God, Andrew looks
Especially
so
love
good.
that.
One Direction doesn't have shit on us.
No.
What's up with their hair? I don't enjoy.
What's
their
up with
hair.
our hair?
Ah.
That's what you should. That's
It's
what we
very
start
Hollywood.
Yeah.
You have Hollywood hair. Very Hollywood hair. When I first saw Killian, I thought he was 12.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
He is 12. He's impersonating.
All right,
Yeah.
13.
Can we get a microphone on him? Can we get a microphone?
If you look at the pictures from the first photo shoot Killian shot with us to the photo shoot now, it's like we put hair on this dude's chest. Now there's something or stress.
Or on his balls.
Yikes.
A lot of stress.
Oh, man.
But he looks totally different. I even look at him like, whoa, dude.
No,
crazy.
every girl that's listening right now or watching, they have this image right now in their head. They're trying to imagine you naked right now. Isn't it true?
You have to try that.
I'm not. I'm like,
He'll get naked right now. Imagine it,
Right here.
do it.
Hey, don't threaten us with a good time.
Yeah. I say do it. We'll go viral, baby. With this.
That's right.
I'll put this video
Valley
out like
Temple.
tomorrow. I won't
Naked.
care.
Hey, dude, I'll give a new name to the Tortoise and the Hare. You know what I mean?
Are you not manscaping? What's wrong with you?
That was another show.
It's Mad Temple with 3 inches of dynamite.
Whoa.
3 inches
album,
of
by the way.
dynamite. That's awesome.
Very funny.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go from
Anyways,
that.
it's,
Thank you.
yeah,
for-
yeah.
So a lot of
juicy
places.
in here.
Yeah.
Don't get us 5 in a room. It's just.
No, it's
Yeah. It's bad enough. You guys were outside when we were interviewing Michael from Brand New Machine, and you guys were
Such a
causing-
nice guy.
Yeah, you guys were causing such a ruckus. you
Yeah, it
know?
was bleeding through the mics. It was bleeding
It's
through.
literally
in
the
green
same.
And you guys are
thing,
so
yeah.
far away, and it was just like bleeding in, you
Right.
know?
We're brothers, man. We're brothers, and when you get brothers in a tight space, and it happens.
Yeah, and there's beer involved.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, thank you. The band just gave me their last beer. They're like, "Oh, Turtle, you want a beer?" I'm
That's
like,
an
"Yeah."
honor.
It is.
It
It
really
is.
is.
Thank you.
I have to
Usually
say, I
fight
did
those
my very first shot of Fireball.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Yes.
Yeah, ever in my life, and it changed me.
Yeah.
It put hair on my chest. Like,
So
yeah.
good, isn't it?
It,
It's a big red gum.
I don't know if I'll do it again.
Fire-
but thank you.
Fireball, if I could
Nice.
say, it should be illegal because any threesome always starts off with Fireball.
Oh,
anytime
that's
I
what
do-
happened. I couldn't remember the night, but all right
Sure.
then.
Trust me, I know this man.
I bet you do. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, guys. Fireball is deadly to party girls. Like,
Yeah?
you want to just.
When was the last threesome that you had?
I haven't had one,
Oh.
but it's like.
Damn it.
It's the new Jaeger.
It is. It is. You're right.
I think I drank it through a straw, though.
Fireball?
Yeah.
That's gross.
Very
Well-
classic.
Man, you're tough.
You know.
No, if you have it with Coke, it's so good. It's like cinnamon Coke.
No,
Oh,
I don't put
man.
I don't put that nonsense in my body.
Unbelievable.
No Coke. You guys, you should not drink Coke. Yeah, soda's evil. And if you want to get healthy, come over and see me at Integrative Wellness Center in Beverly Hills. 310-777.
That
No,
was a great plug.
no,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Mention
No, I'm not
Tortoise and the
kidding.
Hare.
I'm actually not kidding.
Yeah.
Do that. Come over and see me, and we'll get you on a healthy track.
Exactly.
I'm
Mention
into that. I'm into that.
RJ's been on a health kick lately. Big time.
Yeah, you'll end up looking like Turk.
I've cut down drinking, which is very hard to do with these four guys right here. 'Cause- oh, come on. We're at an interview and we're drinking beer.
It's the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have a personal trainer now. I'm on I have a food log on a diet plan. You know,
Very
taking
nice.
creatine, so don't worry about that.
Careful about the creatine.
Hey,
Just saying. You
I
know,
don't know.
that'll change your attitude a little bit.
Will it? Is it like roid rage? Is that real?
Yeah, it actually is. You have to be
Yeah,
you know,
football
quite
players say
careful
that.
with this.
You are a drummer, dude, so whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I love
The more
that.
power, the better, dude. So it's all
Yes.
good.
I don't think so. You know, when it comes to drumming, everybody thinks the more powerful you are, the more you bang the shit out of a drum.
You
the-
obviously
the
have to be
louder.
dynamic, of course.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. You know, because here's the thing. I have my other show that I do in here, which is the Enter the Shell show, and I bring a live band in, and I always tell the drummer, I'm like, look, I need you to play to the room. You know, like, because if you're going and just going crazy,
Right.
it's gonna bleed into all the mics, and I don't have that kind of space in order to do that. So I need you to be pro about it. You know, and my first show that I did this year, the guy was banging the crap out of the drum set, you know, and because of that, the audio came out atrocious because everything bled into it. So, you know, like, just because you're powerful doesn't mean that you have to use that power. It's a lot of precision.
That's what makes a
Yeah,
pro.
Brian,
Yeah.
Gotta play to
Brian
the room.
Tichy. There's the perfect example of the loudest drummer I've ever heard in my life.
Brian Tichy?
Brian
I saw him
Tichy
at
is
Lucy's
amazing.
51
Yeah.
with Gilby Clark and the dude from Quiet Riot, and it was
Right.
the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is. Well, that room is like the size of this, and
I
he
love
hits so hard. But he's used to playing, you know, arenas, so that's his style. He brings it down quite a bit for being.
He's a
you know,
badass,
the
though.
Tichy, but jeez, man, you have to wear earplugs and then muffins. What are they called? Muffs.
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 Earplugs?
No, earplugs, and then
Muffs.
you put.
Oh, like actual muffs?
Yeah.
Andy knows something about some
I don't know anything about snow and all that kind of stuff. I saw snow for the first time in my life.
Oh, yeah?
A couple weeks ago when I was in Pennsylvania.
First
Yeah.
time in your life?
The first time ever.
You've never?
I've never seen snow. I've never seen it fall from the sky.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen that either.
Yeah,
Where are you from?
Thank you. I'm originally from Philly, but grew up in Florida.
Are you an Eagles fan?
I am an Eagles
You are an
fan.
Eagles fan?
I'm an Eagles fan. I'm a Flyers fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go Flyers.
See,
They're
people
kicking
from
ass
Philly,
right
man,
now.
they're all about their teams, dude.
That's right. That's right. Ugh.
Right. I'm like, right.
Yeah, right.
It's all right. I'm a
Right.
Charger fan, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Broncos, baby.
Uh,
Denver all the way.
Yeah,
We're taking
we
it.
can't
Do you want to
we
talk
can't-
about the
we cannot
Denver
talk about
Broncos
football.
right now?
I'm
just
can't
saying.
talk about
Hey,
football.
It
Yes,
came
we
up.
can.
It
Dolphins.
Came up. It came up.
Yeah, Broncos. How did that Super Bowl thing go for them?
Oh.
So we had a
Hurtful.
massive party at my house. And he
Damn
was
it.
the only Denver's Bronco fan.
That's right.
And I said Denver's Broncos.
Yeah.
Wow. Denver Broncos. Wow, sorry. Anyway, it was hilarious to watch him mope around for hours afterward in this drunken, sad state. Each chicken wing he was eating was just eating with, like, resentment,
Aw.
hate. It was great.
Yeah, that
Right
was
when I
terrible
forgot
game.
about it, too, man. Right when I forgot about
That was like the worst game in history.
it.
It was so bad.
I'm not gonna lie.
I could not believe how bad that game was.
Richard Sherman.
Mm.
You don't talk about the best.
Now, the last time you guys were here, we talked. We had a story about Grill 'em All. Do you remember that? And we talked
Yeah.
about how if someone got a tattoo, they offered them like discounts for life. Then we started talking about what would happen if a Matt Temple fan got a tattoo. We offered that out there. Did anything ever happen? Did somebody ever come back and say, "Hey, we got a Matt Temple tattoo. Can we get discounts or
Well,
anything?"
we got one.
Really?
One.
Who was
and
What happened?
That's just this.
Oh boy.
This is for Rosie. It's Rosie has the tattoo. Yeah. Did you see? Yeah. Did you see it? Because she showed RJ.
She showed you 6 times.
Very proud of that.
Thank you, Rosie.
It was also at a party at night.
Ah,
I need to
nice.
start going to your house
Dude, this house is-
immediately.
I definitely have the Mad Temple party pad. No, yeah, she was very intoxicated after we had a gig one night, and she proceeded to ask me how many times I was in the band, like how long I've been in the band, like 3 or 4 months. That's cool. So like, how long have you been in the band? I got a Mad Temple tattoo. You want to see it? I'm like, no, I believe.
And
She
she
showed
showed you
me.
6 times.
6 times.
And then she asked me how long I'd been in the band again. So.
Aw.
Thank
Well-
you.
One night.
Thank you, Rosie.
So now she gets to go to all your shows for free?
Yeah, she gets everything.
She gets everything.
Well, not everything,
Wow.
but all the,
Wait a minute, because I'm pretty sure you have a girlfriend.
not like that.
Not everything,
like that.
everything.
Not
Mhm.
everything, but as a fan.
Yeah.
But yes, Brian is taken now. The beast has
I
been
am.
tamed.
I
Yeah.
am
The
tamed.
beast has been
It
tamed.
happened.
It does. That you know what? It happens.
Like a cage tiger in a Barnum Brothers. They're lying, baby. It's not true.
He loves you.
Totally loves you. I'm trying to have a consistent life right now, but it's really inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, consistency in your life is almost impossible in the entertainment world. I'm finding.
Everything's always changing.
Yeah, it
It's a
changes
24-hour
so
job.
much. It
Yeah.
is. People don't understand that. That are not really in it. So they're always expecting you to show up at places, and there's only so many hours in the day, and when you support a lot of different bands, it's difficult, to show up for all of them, especially when they're competing and
Yeah,
one's playing
absolutely.
here. I spread myself way too thin.
I mean, that's why
which
we
is I look like this.
Look like. What do you mean?
This lack of sleep thing.
You look great. Don't even worry about it.
He's just trying
But
to
we
get more
split
airtime.
up when we do that. Like 2 guys will go see Downtown, the other ones will go see Diamond Lane or something like that. So we
Right.
try and make sure that we show our faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just because
absolutely.
it's. I mean, I was talking about this the other day. I know we kind of touched about it earlier. I was talking about it in an interview I did with Punk Globe, and Ginger asked me. She asked, what do you think of the LA music scene? And without even thinking, I said scattered. It's scattered. Like we were talking about earlier, it's just bands need to support each other. That's the problem. Like if you look at all of the great big movements of rock from Seattle to Sunset Strip to New York, all of those bands were playing together and they were bringing their fans together, and they created their scene. They created something huge, and that's what drew the attention. And it takes a crowd to draw a crowd.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
takes a crowd to draw a crowd, and that's. Yeah, so more support. Be more
Yeah.
supportive.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
really find that on the East Coast, in New York and Pennsylvania and all in those surrounding areas, they really stick together. They're always there for each other. They'll jump in on sessions when somebody's missing, and it's amazing camaraderie. And out here, it seems like you're just kind of competing against each other, and that's not a cool thing. There's plenty for everybody, so be supportive and come out, see your guys, and pay for it. Don't try to get on the list all the time.
Oh,
No, for real.
Screw you, Max.
It's like, come on.
That's my MO, man.
Support.
True.
These-
I love that.
everybody
True.
needs
I love
to
it.
make
That's
it
half
happen.
and half. That's
You
good.
know?
You know when you've done that too much, and when you got to
Well, some people know that, and then
Yes.
there's others who don't.
That's true.
Yeah, they want all that special treatment.
You know one thing though, I've always kind of felt that the internet has kind of scattered everybody's teams in a sense where we used to live in a world where we only knew what was going on within our city or within our region, and now we know what's going on within the world. And with that, I mean, it kind of takes a chink out of unity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the reasons why people aren't as together musically as they have in the past. But I mean, when it's good, and the
Right.
people are gonna come regardless. But when it's LA, you have so many options.
Mm-hmm.
Am I am I gonna go see Matt Temple tonight, or am I gonna go, you know,
Yeah.
to this badass club tonight, or whatever it is, you know. So
That's true. You find that there's not as much music loyalty,
Yeah.
fan loyalty, even because there are so many bands that they are have access to now with iTunes and all of the other channels of media exposure. So they're not really becoming true solid fans, and out there as much. We got to change that.
it's funny because it's mainly like that in major cities. Like when we play outside of LA, the crowd is crazy.
Well, they don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
The crowd is crazy. Like it's like, oh yeah, you like this? Wow, you like this more than I do. It's great. You know what I mean? So it's great, man. But I mean, in LA, it's a hard. People here are so
Desensitized, definitely. They've seen it all already.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
They've
true.
already seen all the big bands come through here. So when you have another band that's just trying to be like all the other big bands, it's like, well, you have really nothing to offer. All the good things have already come by here. You know?
Yeah, there's more good things to come, and if if people are paying more attention to that, I think
Especially if they're downloading the show,
Right,
we're
absolutely.
we're showcasing what LA has to offer,
right, and
other
not,
than
not
those
only
big
LA.
bands.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why we do what we do.
and they want it too. They're starving. People out there are so thirsty. They're thirsty, you know. I mean, when everything's at like the tip of your fingertips, you're like, is this cool? Everyone else likes it, you know what I mean? So, but no, something's moving. It's moving, definitely.
On the same note, I think the internet has really ruined a lot of things. At least from my perspective, like everybody's a music snob now.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody has to have all these genres. Like you can't just be a rock band. You have to be like an alternative cyber metal rock band.
Cyber metal,
You know, and it's just like, why can't you just like music because it's good?
right?
Like the old days. It's like I like this band because they have good songs. But
Right.
now, like, ugh.
What's like the newest band that you've heard that you just fell in love with?
Newest band.
Rival Sons.
Rival Sons?
Have you heard of them?
I have not heard
Oh
of
my
them.
gosh, Rival Sons. What? Oh, the Bronx. They've been around, but the Bronx are badass too.
Yeah, I just showed him the Bronx.
Yeah.
They're LA band.
Yeah, they're badass.
Badass punk band.
Nice.
There's a lot of bands that are badass that no one's pushing really. What's another one?
Send them our way, guys.
Yeah.
Say, hey,
So,
we-
but
Dead-
there's a lot.
Dead Sarah's cool.
Oh, Dead
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah,
They
Dead
broke
Sarah.
Dead
Dead
Sarah.
Sarah. Dead Sarah's been around for a long time.
Yeah, have they? I don't know. I've only
Yeah.
got hip to them.
Well, they've been around to us, but to people who aren't rockers, they're like, "Oh, it's this new band that just came out of nowhere." You know what I mean? So,
right.
but I mean, no, there's tons of them. God, come on, guys, freaking name some. There's a lot of them. Sammy says so.
Sammy says so. Cool name.
There's a bunch of like different like bands that are going out. Like a lot of like there's like some '60s rock and roll bands that are out. Like there's a band called After Hours.
Oh, White Denim.
They're pretty
White
cool.
Denim's bad
White
too.
Denim.
Yeah, White Denim. Oh,
Tame
Tame
Impala,
Impala's
but yeah,
killing
they're
it.
big though now, man.
they're
K-Rock.
so
know,
big.
Impala's
I
K-Rock
love
now.
when a band has like members from other bands that come together. There's a band
Super
out of-
groups.
Yeah, super groups. There's a band out of Pennsylvania and New York called Pisser that are just flipping
Pisser?
amazing. Pisser.
I'm gonna check them out. I
Yeah,
love that.
definitely check out
Pisser.
Pisser with Anthony Esposito from Lynch Mob and Ace Frehley fame.
Oh, no
and
way.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
cool.
it's really amazing. And now there's actually my roommate Brett Hellings, who's we
Nasty
love
Souls?
here.
Oh,
he
yeah.
has formed a new band with
What?
Elias from Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. and
Yeah,
that's
Red
gonna
Jumpsuit
take
Apparatus
over.
are cool too. Actually, well, they were
Yeah.
cool.
So now I believe they're the band is called The Preachers, and
Preachers,
yeah,
huh?
so they're gonna be doing some damage in this
Oh.
town. They're already doing damage in my apartment.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is cool to you guys, but Chester Benningfield, he's in STP now, like
Yeah.
as of 6-7 months ago, and that album rules. Have you guys like really heard it?
No,
I
I
haven't.
haven't heard
Dude,
it.
like it's like the best Chester I've ever heard. I'm like,
Okay.
wow, dude, you killing it.
You
right
should
now.
be like our reporter that brings us all of the new.
I just love
things
rock,
that-
dude.
Yeah,
I just love
bring
rock
it,
so much.
bring it.
It's like,
Reporting live from the field.
Yeah.
That's
you
right.
know, I just,
We
We'll
can
set
have
you
you
up.
call in, to the show every now and then.
I love it. It be, honestly, can I say this?
Yeah.
It's because so many rock bands suck that when I hear a good rock band, I'm like, yes, thank you so much for saving us, you know? So whenever I hear something that's really good, I'm like, oh, dude, everyone has to know about this, you know? So,
Yeah.
yeah, totally. Sorry I said that, but that's how I feel.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
One of those.
Step up your game, guys.
You know,
Rock
we
and roll,
were,
man.
we were talking about the other day how just everything is just so politically correct, PC'd nowadays. You know, I think that we are trying to break out of being PC. I think we're tired of being PC.
You just want to be P.
We're tired
Yeah,
of being
I don't know if you could ever say
tired of being
that.
nice. You know, we're tired of being nice.
The days like when Wasp would throw meat at the audience, like you'd have PETA
Right.
showing up and being like, "Oh, you got a lawsuit," you know?
Like, no, I
Yeah,
got dinner. What are you talking
what?
about?
Let's not throw meat. Let's
Throw meat,
throw
no-
a carrot. Don't
No,
throw the
no.
meat. Come on.
Look, throw
there's an
carrots
animal.
and kale. Well, you're in California, but
Right.
outside
Texas?
Yeah, throw meat in Texas. Okay, guys.
Texas, throw bullets in Texas.
But
Bullets are more expensive than meat. I say meat.
yeah, bullets are expensive. That's a whole nother subject.
I know. Do you guys own guns?
What?
Oh,
You
and,
guys
and
own
it is a
guns?
hush.
Well,
Dude, let's
Well,
go
there's-
shooting,
there's
man.
some-
No, I don't know if
Take
that's
me
a good
shooting.
idea.
band that don't
I own
own
a gun.
guns.
Take
or
me
will never own
shooting.
guns.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
you know, I've been shooting since I was 7 years
Oh,
old.
let's go shoot.
7 years old.
Saturday.
You shoot too?
No, but I mean, I want
But we
to.
want to.
I was 7 years
Shoot with
old,
Mad Temple.
and I remember I got a 22 like caliber rifle for what was it, my 15th Christmas or something like that. My dad's really into that kind of stuff, and I'm a really good shot. But I'm guessing people are probably wondering why in some of my songs like Changes, where it's like talking about the NRA and things like that, be like, wow, you're a total hypocrite. But I'm not, because I feel like you know, with rifles and handguns and things like that, it's totally cool. But you know, an assault rifle, something, you know, with
Well,
30
there's
round,
assault
30,
in it.
30 round magazine, you know, it's just like, why you don't
You really need
you
that.
don't need
Yeah.
that. You don't. And if you have something like that and you have the capability of going to a school and ending children's lives, it's just like that's that you shouldn't have that.
Last night, over at my place, there was helicopters and with the searchlights and like 8 cops outside, and the searchlight was like in my patio in my pool area, and I was kind of freaking out. I was like, man, I kind of wish I had a gun right now.
Yeah.
But I have other skills, so I
Right.
could kill them on, you know, entry, but, you know.
Well, you're definitely going to want to have one when that big quake happens, too, because there's going to be a lot of looting, a lot of people
Right.
trying to, you know, a lot of people who weren't prepared that are going to
Right.
be coming after your preparations. I was talking to someone about that the other day. I was like, what do you need a gun for? You have water, you have this. It's like to keep the water.
Right.
To make sure
Water-
that nobody comes
water
into my
is
house
gold.
and
Water
tries
is
to
gold.
take it, you know. I don't want to kill anybody, but I don't want to be killed either.
Right.
You know?
I've totally been like you know, the opposite of people owning guns. I was so like against having a gun, but I came to realize within the last maybe couple years, like, well, what if shit hits the fan?
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna have to protect yourself? You know, and I think, you know, thank God, you know, living in this country, that we do have the right to actually own guns and for them to take away our right. I mean, they specifically put that in our Constitution to defend ourselves in case of such things happening in the future.
But I mean, at that time also, we didn't really have an army, so it was like the you know, the common man was the Minuteman. He was, so they needed to have the guns. But I mean, now, I mean, yeah, it's a really sticky situation. Yeah, it really is.
You
And
know,
it's so
let's
many
just
different
all get
angles.
along.
Absolutely.
Share.
Just don't shoot anybody.
Canada, man.
Just don't shoot anybody. That's what I would say.
But you know, water is definitely going to be our goal. You know, that's what we're coming to. So, you know, you really start stocking up right now.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely. You know, cases and cases of water, and go over to Harmonious Waters in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right? Because they have donated water to us today, and
That's awesome.
you know, we thank them.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna try some of that
It's so
water.
crazy
Yeah,
because, like,
it's amazing.
I mean, it's really uncomfortable to like talk about these kind of subjects, but unfortunately, we're living in a time where they kind of need to be talked about a little bit, you know, and people need to be educated. Like, I want
Right.
more education about this stuff, you know.
I don't. I want less education, more guns.
I like it.
Right? Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Really appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having us.
Make sure to log on to facebook.com/MadTempleRocks to get the latest information about the band